This is the Old Guy Network.
Welcome back to the Old Guy Network. I'm the Old Guy, the OGJ. You know who you are. Well, it's another day. No, I didn't do a video yesterday. Sorry about that, but I got a lot of stuff to do. So, I'm lucky I got one out today. Yesterday was all about doing some things to the Corvette so I can get that ready to sell. That's almost done. Also, you got a chance to talk to the park manager. She's not only the park manager of the park I live in, she's also the park manager of where the mobile home is that we're going to rebuild. I had never met her before because the company she works for just purchased the park I'm in a few months ago. So I had never actually talked to her. And yesterday I got a chance to talk to her. I haven't been avoiding her. I just wanted to get more information before I went to talk to her because I was a little nervous about going into this new venture. And sometimes, that can be our downfall. If we think negatively going into something and think, oh, geez, I don't want to talk to her until I know this, and this might not work. And the truth is, communication is the best thing. She found me, and she came by, and we had a delightful conversation for about an hour and a half. And I feel really, really good about going into this venture now. The park will work with me, and that's awesome. And she was very understanding to the other people's issues and the people who owned the trailer before. She was very understanding to what they were going through, and she wants to help them out as well as get somebody else in the park so they can collect some rent and everything's wonderful, right? That's what they want to do. So everybody's working together. This thing's going forward, and what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to take you to the trailer, and I'll show you the mobile home that we're going to redo, and I'll take you through the process a little bit of what's going to happen, and hopefully this is going to be a quick build. This is going to be a couple of weeks. I have already spoken to 3 people. I really need one person to work with me, but I found out in the past, if you need one person to work with you, you hire 3. That way you always have somebody that shows up, or you've got a better chance of somebody always showing up because, people have things to do. So that's what I've done, and I don't think we're going to meet anybody today, but you will see the mobile home and the trailer, the shed, and some of the things that we're going to put together and do. So far, all the news has been good, so this is going to be a great project. I hope to get a lot of videos out of this. I'm going to show you how to do this, and it's going to be interesting. This is I'm taking kind of a chance here, and my partner that's doing this with me, who will remain nameless, they're also taking a risk, but it's looking pretty good. So it's not the first, but it's a big positive thing that's happening in my life right now. It looks positive anyway, and I'm really excited about it, and I want to take you along with this too. So we're going to rebuild this trailer. We're going to rehab it, and then we're going to flip it, and then probably going to, in the process, I'm also selling the car. So who knows, at the end of all this, maybe I'll look for another car too. Who knows? I don't know. We'll find stuff for us to do, right? That's what I do. So that's where I am today. Let's go to the trailer and take a look at what I've got myself into now. Let's go. we are. I was going to do an introduction outside, but the neighbors are kind of looking at the windows, so I thought it would look kind of funny. We have to work with. This is the front wall of the living room. It's got this nice faux brick on it, which I have strong opinions about, but it's what we got to work with. So the ceilings are in really nice shape. Actually, most of the trailer, I will not have to paint the ceilings. They look really good. Let's take a look over here. We got a closet right as you walk into the kitchen, and the kitchen does come up about 6 inches, so that's kind of nice. All the appliances are staying with it, and as you can see, it's a nice stainless steel refrigerator. It's a Frigidaire, so I'm pretty happy about that. Plenty of cupboard space. This is what's better known as a fly catcher, and that's all these lights are good for. They're ugly as hell. These are from the 70s, which makes sense. This trailer was built in 1975, so we're going to replace those. And more of the faux brick. We're not going to rip out any of that. We're going to keep it here. We're just going to change it a little bit. And the exhaust hood actually does exhaust outside. It's not just one of those ones that recirculates air like most people have. This one actually does exhaust outside. So I'm going to take this apart, clean it, paint it, and make it look more presentable. And as you can see, we've got a stainless steel stove and microwave. A lot of drawers. More drawers than I have in my place. The counter is in really nice shape, so we don't have to replace that. This is a pantry closet, which is nice. We're going to change one thing in here, though. As you can see, they got some food in here. I'm going to put little shelves up on here that you can put spices or small cans. You could actually put canned goods and everything. That'll go up there. The whole length of the door, practically. That way, when we do that, they'll be able to put more food in there. And I'm not going to show you under the sink and all that. It's good. You've probably seen what a sink looks like. All the walls are in good shape. The only sketchy part in the living room, as you can see, the floor has been removed there, and something has been removed here. What I'm thinking was it was a closet, or probably some kind of a cabinet, or there was a cabinet up here, a set of cabinets up here, and then a counter down here. So we're going to put in a wall right there. That'll be the same width as the damage in the ceiling. That'll go right in there, and on this side, on the living room side, there will be a wall. And on this side, the kitchen side, there'll actually be cupboards in the bottom of it, and the top of it will house the microwave. Keep that out of it. And as I mentioned, the floor is raised 6 inches. And then they have this ceiling fan, which comes down about 1.5 feet. So you've got 2 less feet of space to walk under, and that's why they put the table here, and that's where the table would have to go. We're going to take this out. I'm going to put a surface mount light fixture on there, so you can put the table. You don't have to have a table here. You can do whatever you want, but there'll be plenty of space. All of the light fixtures are going to be going, and they're all going to have LEDs. We're changing the whole thing over to LEDs. It's a lot cheaper to run. All right, this is the front room, the extra room. This trailer is 66 feet long, and this is that's been used as a sitting room. They probably had a TV in here, and you could sit in here in a nice little rocking chair that they have. And I don't think the bear goes with it. But you sit in here, drink a cup of coffee, watch the neighbors walk by. Or the other thing we can do is wall up this little takeout window that they have going into the kitchen, and then put a door right there, and you got an extra bedroom. Now, I'm not going to go through all that expense. I'm going to trim out this window to make it look a little better, but you'll still be able to have communication with somebody that's on the other side of the wall. So I kind of like it. I'm going to keep it as an extra room. If somebody wants to change it when they buy it, hey, go for it. That's the front of the trailer. And as you can see, all the windows are double hung, quality windows, dual pane, thermal pane windows, very energy efficient, and they checked out really well. Now, as far as the floors are concerned in the kitchen, we're going to change that up a little bit. Going to keep most of the flooring that's in there. The front room, that flooring is staying in. The floor in the living room is going to be completely torn up, and we'll put different flooring in there. And this hallway, same thing. We're going to change the hallway. And the first bedroom, this would be the spare bedroom. Beautiful orange paint. Yeah, the high school that my kids went to, their colors were black and orange, so they would love this room. After it's all cleaned out and everything, we're going to come in here. You will notice that in the bedrooms there are no closet doors at all, so we're going to change that. And it won't be too much of a job to do that, and we'll clean up the closets. And that's pretty much the bedroom. Here's our back door. It's in good shape. All the molding's good. Windows are good. There is a deck out here. Well, just a stoop out here. It's in horrible, horrible condition, and that's going to have to be removed and replaced. And I already have some ideas on that. We got something running in here. Oh, it's the fan. And that's a horrible fan. We're gonna do something with that as well. The bathroom is very small. The door has had some damage to it, but it can be repaired. I'd rather not replace it. Let's see if we can get some. And as you can see in the bathroom, we also have the washer and dryer, and it's nice front loaders, Samsungs. I don't know how old they are, but we'll find out. So that's pretty good. The countertop is really nice. The sink is good. The fixtures are nice. The mirror needs a little bit of rehabbing, but I like the counter. And it's got some drawers in it. And over here, over the washer and dryer, we've got some cabinets. Now, what I've got to consider doing, I'm probably going to keep the same washer and dryer in here. That'd be a nice little bonus for people. Or I can take the washer and dryer out, sell those, remove some of the cabinets, and then put in a stackable unit, which would give you a lot more room in the bathroom. But chances are I'm just going to leave these in here. If people want to change them over, they can do that when they buy it. A little bit of work to do in the bathroom. The floor is no exception. We need to rip the entire floor out, and we're going to put a new floor in. So that'll be good. And as you can see, the owner still hasn't taken everything out of here, and he's in the process of doing that now. That's why there's a lot of clutter. But next time we come in here, there shouldn't be anything in here. And that brings us to the main bedroom, the master bedroom. Somebody has painted it dark gray, almost black, which I really don't agree with, because trailers are notorious for being dark inside because there's never enough windows, and lighter walls are better because light reflects. And all the walls in here when we get done are going to be white. First thing a lot of people do when they buy a new trailer is they paint. So I'm going to give them the option to put whatever color they want on. We'll put some kills on the walls, get everything prepped up nice, and we'll paint white paint. We'll put white paint on it everywhere. And if somebody wants to change it, they can. Again, no doors. We're going to go with some Luan or louvered doors for here, probably. It needs to be trimmed out a little better than it is. And as you can see, somebody took the paneling off the frame here. So that's going to be replaced. And over here is the water heater. The water heater is in nice shape. The floor underneath it is a different story.
They had some water damage there, obviously, years ago. Now this also had a new roof put on about 4 years ago. So the water damage that did occur, that doesn't happen anymore. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this tank out and we're gonna fix the floor, make it look perfect, and then put the tank back in, and then hook it up correctly, because this is not hooked up correctly. There's galvanized elbows on here, galvanized fittings. That's a no-no in this state anyway. Here is supposed to be a pipe that goes down into the floor. It's a blow-off valve in case pressure builds up and doesn't, explode like a bomb. That's supposed to be in there. It's not, so we're going to put that in, and we'll have it all up to code before we're finished. Not a lot to do in here. A little bit of trim that has to be replaced. Not a big deal. But because the walls are so dark, just putting kills on it, which is a primer, that's probably not going to be enough, even if we put 2 coats on. So I'm possibly going to put some textured wallpaper in here that's paintable, and it's about 10 times thicker than regular wallpaper. It's very thick stuff. It looks almost like sheetrock when it dries. So we'll probably put that in here and then paint it white. Ceilings are in pretty good shape. As you can see, another flycatcher. We're going to change that. And actually, we might even take the ceiling fan and put it in here because it's a lot higher in here. I'll think about it. I'm not a big guy on ceiling fans. These light fixtures, these are straight out of the 70s. Same thing in the bathroom. There's 2 of them in there. And then in here, another flycatcher. So we're going to take care of all of those. And that's it. This trailer is 14 feet wide by 66 feet long. Back in the 70s, they called this a 14 by 70 because they included the tongue length, which is 4 feet. So in reality, though, it's 66 feet long. It's pretty impressive. There's really, it looks like a lot right now, but there's really not a lot to do. I've hired 3 people. Hopefully at least 1 will show up, and I should be able to get this done in a couple of weeks. Now we'll go take a look at the shed. I can't look inside the shed though, because it's just full of stuff, and it's their stuff, and they don't want me to photograph it. So we'll look at the outside. And a nice little surprise in here. This has not been used in at least 5 years, so we don't even know if it runs, but I'm going to throw a battery in it and see if I can get it to run. If I can, this will be a nice little bonus, and I'll be able to continue to mow the lawn. Now, they did have a tree that fell, and that's what broke a window, and we've got to get the window replaced. But the park is going to come over and take that tree away and clean all this up. And here's our shed. It's in rough shape on the outside. The frame is fine. The roof is fine. Just needs to be cleaned. But instead of using plywood or T111, they use house paneling, interior paneling, to skin this, and it's rotted and it's falling apart. And basically, they put it together with cardboard. We're going to take that window out and we're going to pull all that off, put new trim up after we put new T111. And this thing here, this little addition to the shed, is going to be removed. We're going to take that off, and there's a lot of pressure to the lumber in there, and we can use that to rebuild the deck out back. 12 by 12 shed. This is what it looks like from the front. Nice hornet's nest up there. We're going to take that out. Only damage to the outside is right here. Look at that. And that's like that because this corner is sinking into the ground. So we're going to have to raise this corner, at least this corner, and we'll level the trailer. So it's straighter. There's the oil tank. The oil tank's almost new. I mean, it's 3 or 4 years old. As you can see, the rest of the windows and siding looks good. Well, that's what we have to work with. That's it. it is what it is. This, in case you're wondering, is, I think it's hard plastic. I don't know. We're gonna paint that and try to make it look respectable. So that's the trailer. I hope you enjoyed our little visit in here. It's gonna look a whole lot different when we're done. And if you have some comments, if you have some ideas that we could do, remember I'm going to do this in 2 weeks, so don't wait around. If you have a comment or you have a suggestion, please leave a comment in the comment section. That's simple. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we're going to get started on it tomorrow. That would be a wonderful thing. So hopefully they'll get everything out of here and we can get started on that. So, all right. Hey, let's get back to the vet.
And here I am back in my trailer hood, and as you can see, I've got a lot of work to do, but thank you very much for coming along this little journey to see what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 weeks. And I'll take you along as best I can. I don't know how many videos I'm going to be able to do, but I'm going to try to do some, and I'll get them uploaded as soon as I possibly can. So thanks again. And again, if you have an idea, you have a suggestion, please leave a comment. I would love to read it, and if you know some shortcuts that I can get, I can do, and that are safe, yeah, let me know. That would be awesome. So for now, for the Old Guy Network, I am the old guy. I'm the OG, and I'm out.